Hello everyone and welcome to Mountain Lake Journal. I'm Tom Halleck. The Festival of Trees has become a North Country holiday tradition. Area businesses and organizations decorate holiday trees to raffle off to raise money for the Advocacy and Resource Center in Plattsburgh. The ARC assists more than 600 individuals with developmental disabilities living in Clinton County, helping them find housing and employment. This year, 43 trees were raffled off, featuring all kinds of themes, from a tree devoted entirely to dogs to one for the hit TV show The Walking Dead. This is one of the biggest fundraisers of the year for the ARC. It helps support programs like the Workforce Network, which helps employees with disabilities get jobs within the community.
I couldn't ask for a better employer.
Chris Bacon started in late September, working 3 days a week in the Human Resources office at CVPH. And within just a few short weeks, he's already fitting in.
They've been really receptive.
You like your job?
Yes, a lot.
Everyone really opened up to Chris right away. I couldn't ask for a better site. I mean, I know every single coworker was coming up to Chris during holidays, including him on raffles. They used to go to lunch together. We made his schedule around the fact that he could go to lunch with the team and sit down and have that socialization. And a lot of, you don't always think about it, but the disabled population doesn't always have the relationships to go out and meet someone for coffee and talk like that, or meet someone who maybe isn't disabled, and really grow off that. So it's been a beautiful experience to watch.
Joel Arnone is a job coach with the ARC, who helps Chris and other workers with disabilities not only find jobs, but then helps them succeed by providing training and supervision both on the job and off. With Joel's guidance, Chris has not only exceeded his boss's expectations, but is hoping his paid internship may turn into a part-time job in the coming weeks.
I want to be here for the long haul. It's made me absolutely more happy than I've ever been. I mean, every day I come to work knowing that I'm gonna be a part of something that, I can feel good about.
For us, it's perfect.
Kevin Manchester, who hired Chris as an HR assistant, says the partnership is working well.
Every community member should be allowed to not only utilize our facility for healthcare, but also to be able to work here. I mean, it just made perfect sense to partner with the ARC.
I like to be challenged.
And while some employers may be content to train workers with special needs to do a few tasks and call it good, Chris's bosses are giving him new assignments and projects every day.
When I took this job in September of last year, I said to myself, now I got the job, now I need to really prove that I belong, and I feel that I've done that, and I think my coworkers have helped me achieve what I wanted to achieve, and I've really grown as a person.
And joining us now is Michelle McGrath, who is the director of the ARC's Workforce Network. Welcome, nice to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
What is the Workforce Network?
Workforce Network is an employment service through the Advocacy and Resource Center. We provide job coaching services to individuals with disabilities.
How does it help people? with disabilities or special needs?
Basically, we would help somebody from the beginning of finding employment. So we would help out with applications, we would help out with mock interviews, that kind of thing, helping people get prepared to actually go look for a job. Once we do that, then we would help them apply for the job. When they get the interview, we help them with that. And once they get the job, that's when we really start the work, and that's basically helping them right on the job site and helping them learn the skills that they need in order to be successful.
So every step of the way, really?
Every step of the way.
So you
yes.
help with training?
Yes.
And you help with supervision while they're on the job, and if they
Yes.
have issues on the job, you help as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who is eligible for the program?
We work with Access VR, which is Adult Career and Continuing Educational Services, the vocational rehab service. That's a New York State program. They refer individuals to us that have a need for supported employment. And those people can be people that have developmental disabilities. We also work with people that have learning disabilities or other disabilities that we can work with as well.
And how many employees do you have here in Clinton County right now?
At this time, we have 120 people that are in our program currently.
And how many employers?
We have about 55 to 56 at this time.
We just met Chris, who's doing an internship at CVPH. Is he typical of the type of worker that you're able to assist?
Absolutely, yes. Chris is kind of an interesting story. He came to us through Access VR originally, and we got him a job working in retail. He was not very happy at that job, and that's part of what we do as well, is some exploration and trying to figure out what people like to do. He wasn't happy, and so he decided to leave that job, and he was unemployed for a little while we tried to find a new position for him. At the end of the day, what we decided is that an internship might be the best way to go for him. And we were able to secure one with CVPH. The internship through OPWDD is actually a paid internship. The state of New York pays his wage while CVPH trains him to do that job. And so in his case, it was the perfect match, and he's doing, as you saw, he was doing some clerical work and that kind of thing, working for the Human Resource Department, kind of his dream job, to be honest, and we're really proud to be able to help him do that. But he's definitely a typical story of a success story of our program.
So he's much happier doing HR than he was in retail.
Absolutely, yes.
Is the goal for Chris and all of your workers to maintain those jobs for as long as possible?
Absolutely. What we also do is, while people are working, if they're not happy in the job that they have, we're constantly looking for something else. Not to say that they're going to leave the job that they really enjoy, but we're also looking at trying to get people promotions, moving up in the company that they're currently in, getting them some additional training, that kind of thing. And we've had people stay at jobs, 20 years and retire from jobs. So it's really nice to see them be successful and be happy. And obviously, as we all know, if you're happy in your work, then you're going to be happy in life, and everything else kind of falls into place. So it's worked out really well for the people that we do support.
And that's the goal, to give them jobs. They can earn their own way. They can, if possible, live independently. And for many, that's the goal, and that's what really makes them happy.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And for the employees, sense of pride, sense of independence.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What type of support services do you provide for them while they're on the job?
Well, we have job coaches. We actually call them employment specialists, and each person is assigned an employment specialist that they work one-on-one with. So in the beginning, when somebody's first starting a job, we're there as much as they need us. So, some people may need us there all of the time. Some people might only need us there a little bit of the time, depending on what their skill level is and what kind of experience they've had in the past. The job coach will be there. They will assist them in any aspect that they need, and then we try to fade out. The goal is to eventually only have to visit somebody, a couple times a month, just to make sure everything's okay, make sure the employer's happy with what the person's doing, that the person's happy with the job. We help with everything from interpersonal skills to time management to quality and quantity of work, and just everything that has to do with work is kind of what we help with.
And does it extend beyond work? Does the supervision and assistance also extend to their living situation to get them perhaps into an independent living situation?
Sure. The employment specialists, really kind of take a look at the whole person, and as everybody knows that. Like I said, with employment, everything kind of deals with employment. If you're happy with your employment and you're being successful, then you're going to want to, live out on your own and do your own thing. The employment specialists are kind of like life coaches, to be honest. They work really closely with people to kind of help them make sure that they're happy and even healthy, and make sure that they take care of themselves in order to be able to work and be successful.
For the employers, do they find that they get quality workers?
Absolutely. I think the individuals that we're able to provide to the employers for their businesses, they're extremely reliable. It helps people's self-esteem. It helps people to feel good about themselves. They show up on time. They're excited to work. They're actually more of a role model for some of the other employees that work at different places, and they're very happy to have the individuals that we are able to provide them to work there, because they really kind of help overall morale, I think.
Do you think people are surprised by the number of employees that you've placed and the number of employers that participate?
I think some people don't realize that our program even exists, to be often honest. And I think in the community even, people don't necessarily know that somebody has a job coach. We have people working everywhere and anywhere you can think of. So probably any store you've gone into, we probably have somebody that has worked there or does work there. And I do think that people would probably be surprised at the number of people that we help support.
And you told us about Chris working in HR at the hospital. What are some of the other professions that you've placed workers in?
We actually have people that work at the federal government. They're doing some data entry and some different positions there.
Up at the border, right?
Up at the border, yes, actually. We have people that have worked in daycare centers that, that was their dream, is to work with children. So they went through the training to be able to work with children, and they maintain their certification in order to maintain that. We have people that have entry-level positions. You definitely need people to clean. You need people to work in food service and that kind of thing as well. So we have people that do that as well. But we have a variety. It's a wide range. We really try to do a person-centered approach, which is kind of look at what the person wants to do, what they're capable of doing, what we can help train them to do, and make sure that they're happy with what they're doing. If you're not happy, you're not going to want to go to work. So.
And do you have more potential employees than you actually have jobs, or are you always looking for employers to offer jobs?
We're always looking for employers. We actually have a career developer, Darren Martin, who works closely with the community. He goes out, he talks to employers, he tries to find those types of positions or possible positions, and we're constantly looking for new places because we're constantly getting new referrals and new people that want different types of jobs.
You have employees looking for jobs that don't have them right now?
We do have some, yes. Like I said, we're constantly getting referrals, so we do have a handful of people that are looking for jobs at this time, and we always do. It's just like I said, there's a constant influx of referrals. We're constantly getting new people into the program.
So in addition to the employment program, early on you will help employees with career paths to work with them to choose which profession may be right for them.
Absolutely. We do, it's a career exploration program called the Pathway to Employment program. People are referred to that program in order to kind of figure out, do some exploration and that kind of thing, figure out exactly what they want to do and what they're good at, what they don't like to do is as important as what they do like to do. And at the end of that program, which is actually just a year long, it's a short-term program, we do some volunteer work, we do some observation, and once that's finished, what we would do is have a discovery report that we would give them that would kind of explain what the next step is. It may be the internship program. It might be to work and go into community pre-voc, which is another program that we don't run, but it's something that would help with some work skills before they come to us. It might be supported employment, going straight into supported employment and having a job just like Chris did.
Michelle McGrath, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.